Did your classmates have any strange and weird kinks you could clown them for? Oh, absolutely. But when you are the bullied one, you are. I don't think. I'm not sure if you. I'm not sure if people who've never gotten bullied can really understand. If you are the target, if you are the specified target or one of the specified targets in the classroom of bullying, it don't matter what other redeeming qualities your classmates have. They'll just laugh it off. They're immune. They're literally just immune. Like, if there is something weird about them and you make fun of it, they're just immune. They're like, huh? And they will just repeat what I said to you, and then the whole class will laugh and just like, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it like, when you are the, like, genuine target of bullying in your classroom, or at least one of them, like, it genuinely don't matter how good your comebacks are.
We had a sport exercise similar to the floor is lava, one team throwing a ball and running a circle and another catching said ball and putting it into a box.
Oh,
Runners had to stay in that moment off the floor, either metal bars, ropes from
that's
the ceiling,
pretty cool. I
etc.,
like that.
to not be out. We got so intense with it that the people sitting on the benches needed to duck. We took it so far as running alongside the walls and almost stomping the people.
Oh my god, that sounds so fun though. But yeah. No, like, the bullying, like, the thing, I wasn't the only target that was bullied. Not always have I been, like, the only kid that was bullied. I was usually just in the... Usually when it comes to bullying, there is, like, if you have a classroom of, like, I don't fucking know, I'm gonna just say a random number, like 20 people, right? There's, like, there's a good chance 3 to 5 people are bullied to varying degrees. Not all 3 to 5 people will be bullied to the same degree. They will have their favorite target to pick on, and then targets that they just occasionally pick on, and different severities. But usually you're not the only one getting bullied. And oftentimes, if you this isn't a fucking movie show where you can say something witty and suddenly boom, the bullying stops because everyone's like, ha 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 ha, the bully ate shit, ha, I got mocked. It didn't exist, at least not back then. In fact, we had plenty of people fighting back verbally and physically. And usually when those people snap, I am one of them. I threw a chair at a bully. Sometimes it gets less. Me throwing the chair definitely decreased part of the bullying, but they just find other ways to tick you off. And they just make sure there's no chairs around. But it doesn't matter if people fight back verbally or physically. It doesn't do anything. In fact, plenty of the kids who did snap, like, you have to understand, they have to go through this all day, every day. School is hell. They still show up because they're forced to. So when they snap, it gets ugly. It gets really physical or really verbal. And then guess who gets in trouble? The guy who snapped. Because all the bullying is just banter, but it gets too far. Yeah, showing it got you in the first place can also make it double down. Definitely. When I went to business school and figured that I suppose I'm still just emotionally in a place where I guess I'm just a target of bullying. When I went to, like, uni and seek further education and had a full new classroom, the bullying definitely was reduced to, like, it's almost a nothing burger because I had no reaction. I let them do their thing. I kept quiet. And that got me through school. Like, it was the most chill time I had being quote-unquote bullied. Yeah, they're very mean. Yeah, they said shit things. Yeah, they are constantly, like, slandering and stuff. But it's like, man, literally getting no reaction whatsoever was the play for sure. Like, you reacting less makes it so that I don't even seek you out on a daily or all day. It's just like whenever they feel like it, they take a jab at you, and then it ha ha ha, but it doesn't really land, and then it's like whatever. Yeah. And I still do it, I don't stop, but the impact just isn't there. And then you also care less. In middle school, before seeking higher education, I definitely tried to fight back, and that was not good. It just made them become more vile and also become physical at some point.
This reminded me of a memory back in high school, about two kids getting into a fight, possibly due to bullying. I didn't see the fight, but I was walking down the hallway when I heard a crunch noise echoing down the hall.
Crunch?
I shrugged and kept walking. I turned the corner and saw a window with a spider web crack and a red streak going down the window. Both ended up in trouble. The kid for fighting back and the bully for selling drugs and bullying. Crazy stuff.
What the fuck? The craziest thing that the kids did to bully was still piss in someone's backpack during PE. When they're like, teacher, I have to go. Can I go use the bathroom? And teacher's like, alright, dismissed. And then instead of going to the bathroom, they just go back to the dressing room, and then they piss in a backpack. That was the most vile thing anyone's ever done. Yeah. Slayer, thank you for tier 3! Thank you. Why are the ones fighting back getting punished? Usually because they snap.
That reminds me, in 9th grade we had these very heavy metal desks plus chairs that genuinely weigh like 40 kilograms.
What the fuck kind of chairs did you have?
After being bullied, with me being heavy, having quite the mass to move those things, I threw one of those metal desks at my bully, literally. It landed on their shin, broke it clean in half. Was suspended for 3 weeks, but no one dared to bully me afterwards in fear of a snap.
That's crazy. I also am a chair thrower. One time I snapped. It was middle school. The bullying got to me. I snapped. I threw a chair. The teacher wasn't there, by the way. That's why they bully so severely and really physically. Pulling hair and trying to like cut off like strands of hair and like just genuinely being physical was one of the favorite things to do when the teacher wasn't around.
On any kind of fighting or physical altercation. I saw more than a few incidents of kids getting suspended just because they were involved, even if they didn't defend themselves.
That's what the fuck? That's crazy. But yeah, I threw a chair, but I think the reason that was anyhow effective at soothing some of the bullying was because I didn't get in trouble for it. Cause I don't know. I was in that moment. I just blamed the bully for it, and he got in mad trouble for it. Mad trouble, because he was, as a bully, he already got into so much trouble because he always does dumb shit. The teachers already had like an eye on him, and he got in trouble. And I think the bullies, the only reason I backed off slightly is because I realized that if they bully me while a teacher ain't there, the teacher will always take my side, because the teachers, they cannot fathom the fact I would fight back and would cause any harm. So when I point fingers at who it was, it has to be them. I think that was the only reason that one incident of fighting back was anyhow a little bit effective at, you know, easing things. Yeah, it's out of my character. So even though I was the chair thrower, I just pointed at the bully, and he got in mad trouble. And that didn't help my reputation within the class, but they understood they can't fuck with me to that extent.
I can speak from experience. I snapped twice. The first I punched someone's braces out of his mouth, and the second one I choked him almost blue. Both times it needed 3 higher students to get me rid of him. TBF, the private circumstances were bad back then. After that incident, I had some kind of reputation that followed me to more schools.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Also, thank you, Carly, for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Sorry, I was mid-yap. I didn't want to interrupt again. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. But yeah, my like higher education days were as chill as can be when you're bullied, because yeah, I had a 180 in personality. Once I realized things haven't changed, I'm still a target of things. I don't know why. Genuinely, I don't know if I don't know if I just didn't fit in. Maybe my like emotional intelligence was low at that point. I don't know. Maybe it was because I'm small and look easy to target. I really don't fucking know. I don't know, genuinely. But that's when I did a 180 in personality, and I just didn't give them a reaction ever. No tears, no fighting back, no back talking, nothing. And then I was still a target for the rest of my school days, but like it did not bother me, and yeah, I don't know. And they just don't bother as much when I don't get a reaction. And then other people are the main target, but then when they fight back, they just become targeted even more. Like I like first-hand experience what it's like to not be the main target, and then just seeing like any reaction the bullies get is a good enough reaction for them. And that dude got in trouble because their actual main target got physical once because he was a big dude. He was massive, but he was just bullied because he was weird and he had like a weird speech impediment and blah blah blah. So prime example of a target. But he was large, so when he snapped once, it got really physical. So then he got in trouble. The bullied, not the bully, the bully.
Hey Lily, sorry.
1 second. And then the other day, like the other time he snapped, he got verbally, like, really, like, how do I put this? I would say out of line. Isolated, it's out of line. He like verbally, assault is such a weird word to use with verbal assault. It's such a weird. I'm ESL. I can't think of a better word, but yeah, like he got very verbally abusive, and like he snapped so hard. He said something very low-key unspeakable about someone and their family, and it's just like, whoa, you cannot say that, that's too far. But then again, you have to understand, those people snap, right? They snap. It's like I don't know how to explain this. Like, what's happened to him wasn't the isolated instances when picked individually are not justifying that amount of verbal response or like that type of verbal response, but they snap because it's always those small things every day, all day, again. It adds up, and then they explode so much that they say some truly like unspeakable things, and it's like, whoa. It's like a really personal, like, family thing. It's like, whoa, you can't say that. The whole class was like, whoa. And then he got in trouble because the student just snitched on the teacher, and he was like, dude, you really can't say that. I don't know what you want me to do. You really can't do. I've got to, punish you. I get the frustration but you really can't be saying that. That's fucked up.